So Gems68 is wondering how students can really manage stress on stage. So it's not a question that I could answer like real quick with one best advice. So I'm just gonna give a few thoughts, and I hope that they will be helpful. So first of all, I think that the best way to even avoid stress in a concert is to have a really solid preparation. So I mean your practice process before the concert. So many people have stage fright simply because they're not really well or very consciously prepared physically, mentally, artistically for a performance. So that's definitely the most important thing to do. Another one is that, you know, we shouldn't be too hard on ourselves and kind of embrace the fact that when we're performing, there will be more adrenaline. And in a way, it's also something, it's positive, you know, it can also make you play with more energy or simply more inspired. So if you feel it coming up like, oh my goodness, I'm nervous, it's fine, you know, try to not judge it, don't get scared about it. It's just part of your performance. It's really, yeah, something you're gonna feel. What I think is also important, and then I mean on the long term, is that you try to really take care of your body. So by exercising on a regular basis, to eat healthy foods, to have enough sleep, and yeah, to simply take care for yourself, because on stage we're gonna need the whole package, not just the clarinet and the score and the piece you want to play there, but it's also your body. So I'm super convinced that if you really take care of it, it will help you. The third thing would be to start to gain some more consciousness about the breath, right? Because the breath is very related to our emotions. And if we are able to control the breath, we can in a way also control our emotions. And so being stressed for a concert or being really frightened is in a way, is a very strong emotion. So you want to make sure that by staying conscious of your breath and being able to kind of slow it down, that you also regulate those emotions. So that can be very, very helpful. It also has an effect on the heart rate, for example, you know, all the kind of things that are not going to be very useful on stage, yeah, that make you breathe faster or shake or sweat or whatever. You can really control that by the breath. And then I would say, try out a yoga mat. I mean, it's very, very useful to connect music to yoga. I'm absolutely convinced of that it's something very, very precious. I would also say that the way you go out on stage is quite crucial, because you can kind of really tell yourself that you're super happy about what you're gonna do. So the more you smile, the better you're gonna feel. So maybe it's a little bit of a lie to yourself, because maybe you really don't feel like smiling, but just give it a try. Also, walk really slowly on a stage. Yeah, many performers, as they're excited to play or a little nervous, they rush off and they run, but then they're out of breath again. So, you know, we get again in this same kind of vicious circle that is not going to help us. Yeah, and I really think it's so important to also disconnect in a way from this long practice process that you had, that once you're finished and done and you go on stage, you trust what you really practiced. So it's in a way a little bit about letting go. The worst thing you can do on stage, which can really create stress, is trying really hard. Like to go out there and tell yourself, this needs to be a really good concert, and I'm really going to impress the audience. It's exactly the kind of thoughts that will put so much stress on you and your ability to perform, that is probably not going to happen the way you would like it to happen. So yeah, let go, give it some space, and then trust, and then the really special moments are going to be. And yeah, to finish it off, I would say, ask yourself why you're there. I think it's a very important question. If you're on a stage as a musician, you really need to know why you're doing that job, right? So something to think about, and make it kind of a, let's say, mantra, that whenever you have a concert day, there's like one phrase in your head, or even just one word, that will calm you down and that will convince you why you're actually out there.